Swadika, good morning and welcome to Newsline. I'm Chalapansa Narula. It's Monday, September 28th of 2015. Let's take a look at today's top stories. In today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha joined a dinner to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the International Telecommunication Union, or ITU, which is a United Nations agency specializing in information and communication technologies. The event was held during his trip to New York to attend the 70th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The Prime Minister received the ITU Global Sustainable Digital Development Award on behalf of Thailand and said it was an honor to receive the prize. The Prime Minister said that this year's United Nations General Assembly meeting places a lot of importance on telecommunications technology as a tool for developing sustainable economic growth. This policy, as well as its support for new technologies in developing countries, is also in line with Thailand's own digital policy aimed at furthering economic growth. The Prime Minister said he welcomed any suggestions from everyone as Thailand is ready to act as a bridge, helping to connect other nations as well. On this occasion, the Prime Minister visited a sufficiency philosophy exhibition at the United Nations headquarters. It is called Sufficiency Economy, an Approach to Sustainable Development. The Prime Minister added that Thailand, especially the current government, adopted His Majesty the King's sufficiency philosophy as the guideline to develop the country in a sustainable manner. The philosophy was the basis for the National Economic and Social Development Master Plan. The international community has clear understanding and accepts the political transition in Thailand. This is according to the government spokesman. Prime Minister's office spokesman, Major General Sansern Kaew said the Prime Minister, General Prayut Chan-o-cha's participation in the 70th UN Assembly in New York City has shown how the international community accepts Thailand. He stated that Thailand's receiving recognition from the international community has not been only possible by the government's demonstration of its sincerity in solving the country's problems, but also the collaboration of the state sector, the private sector, and the people. Major General Sansern said that the current administration is determined to solve the problem of social inequality while promoting justice under the Code of Laws and through the justice system. He added that Prime Minister Prayut has expressed his gratitude to the Thai people all over the world for showing the support to the plan to make Thailand stronger and also recognized by various countries. The National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO, said security personnel are still on a 24-hour alert in a bid to protect lives and property. In his national televised address, NCPO spokesman Colonel Winthai Suwari revealed that security-related agencies were working hand-in-hand to ensure safety for the locals as well as tourists, hoping to restore full confidence in the kingdom. Thai authorities are speedily raising awareness among members of the public and the private sector on possible unexpected incidents, while urging anyone who comes across any suspicious acts or activities to report them to the police immediately. Meanwhile, the crime enactment by the prime suspect involved in the Bangkok bombing attack at Erawan Shrine in Ratchaprasong area has boosted the public confidence, as seen from the lively atmosphere at the popular tourist spot. Visitors at Erawan Shrine said they felt more relieved to see the presence of security officials around frequently visited areas and to know that some of the key suspects were arrested. Retailers at Ratchaprasong said their sales had picked up by 20% as tourists began to come back. Suspect Adem Karadag was escorted to the Hindu shrine on September 26 to perform the crime enactment amid tight security. Police are preparing to hold a press conference on the case on September 28th. Tourists said the media coverage of the progress in the case did have a positive psychological effect on them. Visitors and local people also admitted that the 17 August blast taught them to be more vigilant. In our next story, the National Legislative Assembly has set a date to discuss a process to facilitate the construction of the Green Line rail project. NLA President Pornphet Vichitcholachai has issued an invitation to members of the legislature to a sitting on October 1st to discuss a number of urgent agendas. One of the main issues is to acknowledge the progress of the cabinet in the expropriation of land for the construction of the Green Line electric rail system from Bering to Samut Prakan. The NLA will also review a study on the city planning and land use by the special committee in charge. In addition, the legislature will hear the report on the operations of the Anti-Money Laundering Office during the fiscal year 2016. Minister of Tourism and Sports, Gopkang Wattanawarankul, has expressed confidence that the Thailand Tourism Awards will help make tourists feel more confident in the standards of tourism service here in the Kingdom of Thailand. The minister on Sunday presided over a ceremony to present the 10th Thailand Tourism Awards 2015. She said the awards were initiated to develop quality tourist sites and promote environmentally friendly tourism. They also encouraged the Thai tourism entrepreneurs to develop themselves to meet the standards and compete with other countries. 110 enterprises won the awards this year in 5 categories, including tourist attractions, tourism support and promotion organizations, tourist accommodations, health tourism, and tour programs. The Special Awards Hall of Fame were given to 7 enterprises with outstanding operations for 3 consecutive years. The award recipients included the National Elephant Institute in Lampang, Siam Niramit in Bangkok, Suan Nongnut Pattaya in Chonburi, and also Suan Supatra Land, which is in Rayong. The Monetary Policy Committee has revised its projection of economic growth down further to 2.7% as the export slowdown continues and the government's economic stimulus measures have yet to bear fruit. Mr. Methi Supapong, Assistant Governor for the Bank of Thailand's Monetary Policy Group and Secretary of the Monetary Policy Committee, or MPC, disclosed that the MPC considered the Thai economic expansion as having a tendency to be below expectations, judging from the unfavorable export situation coupled with the decreases in private spending, demand and inflation. Mr. Methi also pointed out that the economies of China and other Asian countries remain sluggish, while the deadly explosion at Rajprasong intersection caused a drop in tourist number. Moreover, the economic stimulus measures adopted by the government have not been able to fully stimulate private investment, owing to the lack of confidence. The MPC thus decided to reduce its GDP growth estimate for the whole year of 2015 to 2.7%, down 0.3% from the previous figure. The growth rate for 2016 was also lowered from 4.1% to 3.7%. Nonetheless, the committee will continue to maintain a lenient monetary policy in the hopes of shoring up the economy in the face of several hindrances. The Ministry of Public Health is preparing to use the growth standards of the World Health Organization, or WHO, to monitor the growth and development of Thai children. According to the Public Health Minister, Dr. Piyasakul Sakontsayathorn, the WHO growth standards will apply to newborns and children aged below 5, starting from October. They will be evaluated by 3 indices: weight for age, height for age, and weight for height. The WHO growth standards have been adopted after the Ministry of Public Health survey indicated that 15% of Thai children aged under 42 months lag behind those of other nations in terms of development. The move is expected to raise parent awareness of the importance of nutrition. The WHO and Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations pointed out that proper nourishment not only supports the economy, but plays a key role in children's physical and intellectual advancement. Turning to our next story, the Department of Special Investigation, or DSI, has seized over 20,000 pieces of pirated goods from commercial buildings and warehouses in Bangkok. Authorities arrested one of the warehouse owners, Suwat Jamrat Vimonrat, and a salesperson, Supapon Tang Sathapon Pan, for possessing pirated goods for sale. Over 10,000 pieces of illegal items Mostly electronic gadgets worth over 10 million baht were confiscated. A lawyer of Thai Samsung Electronics, the damaged party, Ms. Ratchadawan Gila, advised the public to closely examine the materials before deciding to buy any product. She added that the best way to buy a genuine and quality product was to visit exclusive agent stores. According to DSI Chief Suwanna Suwanjuta, the agency would step up its crackdown on piracy to improve the country's image in the global arena. Phang Nga province has been battered by gusty winds and heavy rainfalls as people have been told to look out for possible flash floods. Many parts of Phang Nga province have been hit by continuous rains as authorities are now monitoring the situation very closely amid fears of possible flooding and landslides. According to the governor of Phang Nga, Prayun Ratanaseni, risk-prone areas include Takua Pa, Kapong, Kuraburi, Thai Mueang, and Mueang districts. He noted that response teams would be on a 24-hour lookout to assist those affected. Meanwhile, in the Central Plains, the ongoing drought has exacerbated in Sukhothai province, where rice and other crops are struggling without water. Local officials have therefore installed 3 giant water pumping machines with capacities to distribute water to more than 20,000 rai of farmlands. Many people who come to Thailand get to know the basics about Thai culture, but a new monthly event in Bangkok is helping people to learn even more about a variety of things about Thai people and Thailand. It's called Random Thainess, and NBT World correspondent Joe Gershon went to one of their events and brings us this story.
A new monthly event has cropped up in Bangkok called Random Thainess, where speakers, mostly Thais, stand up in front of a mixed crowd of foreigners and locals and talk about things concerning Thai culture, Thai people, hence the name, Random Thainess. It came about after a British man and a Thai woman who grew up in Australia decided it would be a good way to build a community and learn things about Thais that most non-Thais and even some Thais themselves might not have known about before.
Random Thainess is an interesting way to actually provide an opportunity for whether it's tourists, expats or other Thai people to actually meet and interact and learn something about the local culture which they're visiting.
I moved back to Bangkok about 1.5 years ago. I was born in Thailand, but I grew up in Australia. I spoke Thai with my mum at home, but I've come back to learn a lot more about Thai culture. So there are some things I understand about Thailand, but a lot that I don't, a lot that I've missed out on.
Speakers address topics such as Buddhism, education projects, ecotourism, as well as fun stuff like the meaning behind certain Thai sounds.
So, okay, now to wrap everything up, when we are surprised, we say surprise. Surprise, surprise. Okay, and when we understand something, we say
One speaker gave a presentation about what it was like for him as a Thai to live and work abroad.
It helped me to see the world as it is. Working in Pakistan taught me, because last time I complained a lot about the hot weather in Thailand. So when I work in Pakistan, it's about 45 degrees. So after that, I never complain.
Tonight I will talk about the Thai food. So anyone have tried the Thai food before?
Yes.
The last speaker explained about the legend of Kra Su.
There is another reason that to teach all the people to keep all your laundry inside, not to leave it overnight, or else the Kasu will come, right? So, to listen, Thai people, I don't know if it's right or if it's the wrong way, but it's the way it is.
I thought that I would probably learn something, and it was a really nice format of just 6 minutes with, I think it was 8 different topics. So got to learn a lot and was really very engaging. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was a great mix of topics. There was sort of something for everyone, and it was also a really nice blend of some Thai locals who had their own insights, people who had been here for a long time.
There's a small fee to come join, but half the proceeds are donated to a variety of charities. To learn more about Random Thailand, you can search for Random Thailand on Facebook. For NBT World, this is Joel Gershon.
Thanks to Joel for that interesting story. We'll now take a short break and we'll be back with ASEAN and beyond, plus other global news. Stay with us.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The fourth core value: seeking direct and indirect knowledge and education.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries, each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent. But now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The agricultural exports to ASEAN totaled roughly 150 billion baht during January to July this year, with Thailand having gained a trade surplus of 99 billion baht. According to the Office of Agricultural Economics, or OAE's Deputy Secretary General, Kanit Likit Withyawawut, explained that the majority of farm products were usually transported to neighboring countries by sea because of the cheap cost. However, land transport routes in ASEAN are constantly being improved as China has stepped in to make infrastructure investments in several countries in the bloc. The OAG is therefore proposing a guideline for improving the efficiency of transport boundary shipment of farm produce from Thailand to Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia and China. 1/3 of all Thai fruit exports are sent to China, with Guangdong, Shanghai, Kunming and Guangxi being important markets. Farm exports to ASEAN during the month of January to July increased by 0.52% over the same period last year. In other global news, separatists have won a clear majority of seats in Catalonia's parliament. Preliminary official results showed on Sunday in an election that set the region on a collision course with Spain's central government over independence. The strong pro-independence showing dealt a blow to Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy 3 months before a national election. His centre-right government, which has opposed attempts to hold a referendum on secession, has called the separatist plan a nonsense and vowed to block it in court. Spain's constitution does not allow any region to break away, so the prospect of a breakaway remains highly hypothetical. The main secessionist group, Junts pel Sí, or Together for Yes, was on track to secure 62 seats, while the smaller leftist CUP party would get another 10, according to official results, with 97% of the votes counted. 17 migrants drowned when their boat sank on Sunday off the Turkish coast while headed for the Greek island of Kos. The Anadolu agency reported that the boat was carrying 37 people, 20 of whom were rescued when it sank in the Aegean Sea, according to Anadolu, citing local governor Amir Sisek. The 8-meter boat had set off from the coastal village of Gumusluk, and all those on board had been unaccounted for. The area is part of the larger Bodrum Peninsula, a popular tourist destination where this summer, the body of drowned toddler Aylan Kurdi washed up, sparking international outrage. Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Adel Al-Jubeir accused Iran of playing politics with the Hajj pilgrimage tragedy. Before meeting with U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, Juba said this is not a situation with which to play politics. He said he would hope that the Iranian leaders would be more sensible and more thoughtful with regards to those who perished in the tragedy, and that they will wait to see the results of the investigation. Iran has repeatedly voiced outrage at the deaths of 131 of its nationals at the Muslim world's largest annual gathering of people. The comments were a sign Tehran does not intend to tone down criticism of its regional rival Saudi Arabia. Both Iran and the Saudis see themselves as leaders in the Muslim world. In our next news, a major sinkhole has swallowed several vehicles at a popular camping spot near Queensland's Rainbow Beach on Saturday night. Video on a local news station taken on Sunday showed the severity of it. Around 140 people were evacuated from the popular site at Inskip Point in the White Bay Burnett region of southeast Queensland as the hole swallowed a car, a caravan, a camping trailer and tents. Queensland Parks and Wildlife Services said the 150-meter sinkhole is 3 meters deep and takes up a large part of the MV Beagle campsite. Police and emergency crews were on site, quickly helping those in the immediate vicinity to evacuate, according to witnesses there. 2 orphan bear cubs were released into the wild in western Russia after they were rescued and raised by Animal Protection Group. The release in Russia's Tver region was part of the program run by International Fund for Animal Welfare, or IFAW. 14 more bear cubs are set to be released in the coming days. Since 1997, IFAW's Bear Rescue Center has been supporting efforts to save and rehabilitate orphan cubs in Russia. The center, situated deep in the woods about 450 kilometers northwest of Moscow, rehabilitates an average of 12 orphan brown bear cubs per year. Every year in the period from January to March, residents, forest workers, and sometimes hunters bring their cubs orphaned or separated from their mothers due to logging or poaching. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. Thank you very much for joining us. Should you have any questions or even comments, please write to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. Today we say goodbye, showing you some beautiful scenery of Darung flower fields, which is located in Ratchaburi province. I'm Cholapan Sanarula. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. As for now, Swadee Kap.